What's good, YouTube? Mario Devon back. We get another video. So if you know me, I love my lighting. I love my lighting kits, and you know how I like to have large light sources to light not only myself for these videos, but also my clients, especially when I'm doing corporate clients. But dog, I cannot tell you, especially on these corporate shoots, how tired I can become in the middle of the day because I'm lugging around so much lighting equipment. Then the other thing you run into is finding somewhere to plug these lights in, or you have to have a lot of V-mount batteries to get you through the day. So it can get a little complicated if you have a full shoot day. So what if I told you there's a way, a product that you can use that eliminates the bulkiness, and it also, solves the power issue while also still giving you some pretty professional lighting? Enter the Lume Cube Studio Panel Kit. And that's exactly what I'm using in this video today, because I'm like, what is the point of me reviewing the product if I'm not using the product? I gotta show you how it all works, okay? Give you some examples, all right? But big shout out to Lume Cube for sponsoring this video, but at the same time, these are lights that I actually wanted to try because I've been doing a lot of traveling lately with, my corporate clients, and a lot of times, man, that packing all the lights that I like to use on these shoots on the go, dude, it's number one, it can be expensive, and number two, it can just be a hassle, especially when you're traveling to a different state or a different country. Spoiler alert, you're gonna like the prices on these things too. So what comes in a box? First off, of course, you get the two studio panels. Guess what? Barn doors are already attached to the studio panels. It's an all-in-one package. So you get two, tilt mounts so you can really direct that light. You get two light stands that go up to 70 inches. Obviously, you get the power cables. You also get a remote control. And of course, you get a carrying bag, for any time you need to travel with these things or you just want to store them away. But as you can see, these things right here, man, they have such a slim profile. Say, for instance, you're filming your YouTube videos or you're filming anything, you're a content creator and you're in a small space, something like this could be extremely useful because, but be honest with you, how many of y'all want to set up a big softbox in your small room? I ain't, no hate to your room. I just know the type of room I started in. And when I was in my small bedroom, when I used to film my original YouTube videos like years ago, let me tell you something, man, getting that softbox set up in a good position where I didn't have to move it, it was impossible. So I'm telling you, something like this could be something that a lot of you could start off with when you're making your YouTube videos. So what are the features? One of the things I can say about other panels I've tried over the years is that they are really not well diffused, but Lume Cube has something called their edge lit technology that allows you to get some diffusion out of these lights. Right now, I can tell you that this light right here is pretty high, and I'm trying to make sure I get enough light on me to light this video, light on the background, that type of thing. And I'm letting you know it is well diffused. As you can see, like, it's not looking like a direct light that you would find in, a cob light, because if I had that on, it would be way too harsh. So it's not harsh, it is diffused lighting. Another thing that's going to be a big advantage for some of you, especially someone like me, is that the color temperature goes from 2700 to 7500 Kelvin, meaning you can get that image to be as cool or as warm as you ever need it to be. The other benefit of these lights, and I can tell you some of the lighting panels I've had in my past, when I originally were trying to find some lighting panels back in the day, these are color accurate. I can tell you from my FX3 and my A7CR, just looking at the footage, I can tell you these are color accurate, and that is something you just need when you're trying to film your videos. You want to make sure your colors are consistent when you're talking about your white balance especially. Now, something that's going to be extremely clutch for some of you is that this is, a rechargeable light. So these lights have rechargeable batteries, 80 minutes as far as 100%. If you're using these at 100%, you get 80 minutes of battery life. And obviously you get a remote control. No app control with these, but you do get a remote control that can control, the lights individually, or you can sync them together to control both lights at the same time. Now, obviously this is the product showcase, but it is a review. So I'm going to give you the honest feedback of what I think about these lights. Like, I don't want to BS you, okay? Because I want you to know what you're getting, and also the things that you may run into that you may not like. So we're gonna start with the pros, all right? Let's start with the pros, all right? Number one, the quality. I would tell you, these have incredible build quality, but also the light quality that's coming out of these. I'm telling you, they are very color accurate, so you don't have to worry about not having a consistent image across the board. And the fact that, again, we're gonna get to the price, but at this price point, that you can get two lights with stands and just everything coming together, I'm just telling you, like, there's not a lot of things on the market that you can get at this price point that also will give you the type of quality and performance here. I'm just saying, equipment that was this this good at this price point just did not exist. And I'm just saying, man, it is a good time to be a content creator. Pro number 2 is going to easily be portability. I'm gonna let you know, one of the things I like to do is just strap, tripods and light stands on the side of my camera bag sometimes. These two can easily go on the side of my camera bag, and I can have them on the go if I need some extra lighting. Again, I've gotten to a place in my cinematography career where I get to travel to work with different clients. Sometimes I can take a team, but other times it's just me. And I'm telling you, something like this, I'm going to be using these. It is just, I got these and I'm reviewing these, but I'm letting you know these are now going to be added to my arsenal, especially for travel corporate work, because a lot of times you're just on these random locations and you just have, no source of good lighting. And all you need to do is just have a quick setup to get you some really, really good lighting, but on the go and at a fast pace, because usually with these corporate jobs that I have, it's very run and gun. So I guarantee you, for me, and maybe even for you, the portability is going to be an extremely big pro to having something like this. Pro number 3 is going to be the price. Now, I am blessed to say that I've had the fortunate advantage of having so many lights. I've bought so many lights, but I can tell you when it comes to the price point, you're not gonna find a light that's under $300 that you're going to like, that you can also travel with and move around with and use on set. Usually to have something with these options is gonna be at least $300. And I'm gonna tell you, that's for one light. We're not even including the softbox and the V-mount batteries to run it. We're just talking about just one light. It's not even going to be enough that's going to cover these two. What I'm trying to say is this: these two lights with the light stand, with the remote, with the barn doors, everything, this is all together, 2 lights, $350. So what I'm saying is, if you're someone that's just simply looking for some good lighting, and maybe you don't need these overly extravagant lighting setups that obviously a lot of us professionals use, this will be a good option that will just for a $350 investment, you will have 2 lights. And you can have a lighting setup where you can have your key light, you can have your field light over here on the side if you wanted to, but you can also have your rim light. I'm just saying, when you have 2 lights, you have more flexibility to get creative with your lighting. So again, I like to be honest. I'm an honest guy. I try to be an honest guy. So this is a product showcase, but I want to let you know some of the things you may run into. So we're going to call it cons, but these are just things you want to think about when you're buying light panels. This doesn't only apply to the Lume Cube studio panels. This applies to any light panel. Honestly, I'm just letting you know. So I do love that these have 80 minutes of battery power if you're using them at full power. Most of you will not be using them at full power, but I'm just saying there is a limited amount of battery life you're going to have out of these. And for me, most cases, I'm going to be shooting longer than 80 minutes. I'm going to be shooting longer than 2 hours. A lot of cases, I'm going to be shooting for maybe 4 to 6 hours a day, with the client, with a number of clients in one day sometimes. Now, obviously, you have the charging cable, which is also the power cable. So if you want to take that cable with you, obviously take it with you. But usually with panels like this, what you run into is the fact that you have to depend on the battery life, but you don't have a way to just portably, power the light when you need to get more power out of it if you're on the go. So that's just something to think about. Again, that's not just a Lume Cube thing. That's for any light panel that is designed this way. But if that's not a problem for you, then again, this is a great, small, slim, slender option for you that's also going to give you quality light. The con number 2, or just something to think about, is going to be diffusion and shaping the light. Shaping the light can be difficult. Now, of course, we have the barn doors and we can really shape it and direct the light the way we want. But I'm letting you know, usually for me, I like to have a little bit more control over the light, even more diffusion. So say for instance, if I wanted to diffuse this, I can add a scrim or some type of cloth, right in front of the light to make sure we diffuse it even more. But that also would add to the setup. Obviously, that takes away from the portability and the slender nature of these Lume Cube, studio panels. Now, this doesn't apply to all cases. Some cases just require you to have really good light source that's going to be soft and just, properly light your subject or light whatever you need to light. But for me, a lot of times I do need to use diffusion. I do need to shape that light a certain way, whether it be a spotlight, whether it be a large softbox or a big softbox. I have to figure out a way to control that light and diffuse that light in different ways. So if you run into that, if that's something that is going to be an issue for you, then this may not be the best option for you. But again, if you just need a good light source that's going to give you good two-way lighting, gonna light you properly, it's gonna make you look good on camera, you can see you well on camera, this is a great option. these studio panels are an incredible option, especially for new creators that just want a good light source. All in all, if you're looking for a lighting setup that is just there to give you good light for you, your subject, but also give you the portability of something that is so small, but also the quality that gives you some good lights, these are the things, these can do the trick for you. So who are these lights for? I think it's one of those prosumer, products. First off, I think it's going to be great for new creators that just need a good source of light at an affordable price. Okay, these are now what I would consider to be affordable when we're talking about light. So the other thing is, for that price, you get 2 of them. Obviously, you can go and get 1. Lume Cube does have that option, but if you want to add that dynamic to have a 2 light setup, the studio panel kit is exactly the direction you want to go. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If this has been helpful or even valuable in this product showcase, and I will see you all in the next video. I love y'all.